Good morning, everybody. It's the start of a new week for us. So it is Monday, the 14th. So how's everybody's weekend, huh? All right, cool. Like you could talk back, right? Anyway, so today we're going to talk about the Evercade VS-R. Now, I know there's a lot of stuff going on right now that I could be talking about. I could go over all the bad shit going on right now, with shipping cost and all this stuff going up, skyrocketing, but not today, guys. It's Monday. Let's start the week off a little better than that. Let's try and stay on a positive note. We'll get angry later on in the week about it, okay? Okay. So, this is the VSR. I got this Friday, I believe. So, if you order the VSR from Evercade, you'll get the console, power supply, all this shit, controller with like a 10-foot cord, that shit is long, and the Tomb Raider collection. So currently, that's what we have in it. There she is, and you can put a second game in there, and they both will show up on this screen. You get 4 USB ports for controllers, which you only get one controller with it, but you can order additional ones. So, and I'll unplug the console and go over it all later. The controller itself, it's really not bad. It's a little awkward. The shape is a little bit awkward. And the way this flares out, but the button's right here, I find myself pressing like right here, trying to hit the triggers, and they're not there. So that little flared out design actually makes it a little weirder to hit that. But if you just move your hand up and rest between them, you're fine. The buttons are, pretty damn glossy, which, it's not bad. I don't mind it. So the D-pad, it's not bad. I'd say close to like the Anbernic Cube. Maybe just a hair below that. But it's okay. It's workable. So let's jump up here and look at it. For some reason, it won't pick up a single Wi-Fi network at my office here. At my house, no problem. But here, for some reason, it will not. And at first, I started thinking maybe it's because I only have it broadcasting in 2.4, or maybe I only have it broadcasting in 5. But no, my office, I run two separate networks, a 2.4 and a 5, because certain devices don't connect to one or the other. So no idea why this will not pick up the network. The only thing I could think of is it's not passworded, so which tends to cause a problem for certain devices. So when I kicked it on, it looks like just in this VS menu, they give you a game, a highlighted game of the month, and you could just jump in and play it. I don't know if it'll let me play it since I'm offline, but let's try. Anyway. Yeah, I can. Now, if I'm wondering if I find a game of the month that I really like, can I just take the VSR offline and hold on to that game until I hook it back up to the internet? And then it'll update and get rid of it. Sorry there's no sound. I was going to bring up my portable monitor. Completely forgot to, so I'm just using one of my work monitors. But at least you get to hear all the sounds of the controller, right? What in the fuck is this game? This is not a game I've played before. Wait, how the hell are you supposed to... Really? Okay, well, I'm cool with one shot at things. Oh, bitch. Okay, so I can't hurt you. Just to, imagine some nice, fun retro sounds, retro music while playing this. Okay, well, I suck at that game. You hit the little middle button here, you get the game menu, so you get, pretty much save states, display settings, and whatnot. So let's jump over. Let's get a look at... I don't think I've ever turned on Tomb Raider 2. I know I've turned on a few of these, and maybe stats are stored online. I don't know. Let's kick on number 3. Load times may vary. Now, so if you follow along, then you know last week or so I had the handheld version of this VSR, or the VS anyway. Also had a Super Pocket, was messing around with, you know, what carts work in the Super Pocket and all that, and pretty much everything, well, no, everything, not pretty much, but everything did work just fine. So yeah, now that I got the console, I have to tell you, I feel like the console's the way to go. I did like the handheld, but I got a ton of handhelds. I'm lacking in the home console department, and that may be why I like the console better. I don't know. I like the look of it. I like how small it is. It's easy to do. I can just put it anywhere. I like the lights. I mean, it's not a whole bunch. It's just that little strip, but that's plenty to give me that home console feel. You know, I grew up in the era of Nintendo and Super Nintendo. I hit the power button, there's a little red light, and I know everything's on. So, I mean, it's not the little red light, but I like that just fine. By the way, sound quality is, you know, depending on what you're using, is fine. And gameplay is exactly what you expect. Let's see if I can remember. Oh, don't go. No, don't jump. Ah. It's a little monkey. I know, I'm a bad man. I did not even land on the spikes. Get out of here. I'm next to him. And no way she died from falling that short distance. They just hating on me because I smoked that monkey. That's what it is. Let's see. You see, she only took a little bit of damage from that. See, growing up, I played a few of these. Actually, I think I played all 3 of these on the original PlayStation. I don't think I've ever beaten a Tomb Raider game in my life. I've played the hell out of them. I've been pretty far in a few of them. Oh, shit. Am I? Yep. No. We're just going to back out of this situation here. Wait, why is that still... Uh-oh, I'm going to die here. There we go. Gotta love these PlayStation 1 textures, making everything a little more difficult. I mean, it really kind of runs like the PlayStation ran. I will put a bullet in your ass. Don't even fuck around, dude. Get away from me. Don't get near me, and you won't get shot. I'm too lazy to go out of my way, so you're safe if you stay away from me. See, a smart person would continue on to see what this could possibly do. An idiot like me just pulls the lever. I don't like water. Let's step back out there and see something here. I feel like that gate thing was up here. Yeah, there it is. We're going to investigate this and then stop. Oh, good. Another lever. I feel like I'm going to get smashed by something now. Yep. What'd I just say? And then I didn't even grab the rope. I just jumped off. Oh, now I'm in a current. This has gone completely sideways. Okay. That's what I miss about old games. Shit goes sideways so fast. So it looks like when you have the Evercade VSR here, and I can't remember if this was just on that VS or whatever it was, it keeps track of carts that you've put in here. Oh, let me jump back into that. So it's saying, you know, I love how it's like, there's a whole nother Tomb Raider cart. But yeah, see, now it has them highlighted, ones I've put in. I would totally get the Good Boy Galaxy cart. I followed that game when it was being made a couple years ago for GBA and Switch, but I prefer the GBA version. There's a couple I've looked up that I'm definitely going to have to get my hands on, and we're going to do videos on later. This is one of them. Definitely wanting to pick up that one. Anyway, so yeah, keeps track of them. Oh, I didn't mean to go back in. But, you know, there you go. Has categories, console, computer, arcade, whatever. Announced, so you get their little update list of different carts that they're going to release or have released. Hogs of War. I knew a lot of people that played that when I was younger. I never really did. I did, however, play a bunch of Reloaded with a friend of mine. Oh, wow. I might have to figure out that cart, too. I do like that even offline I can just check everything out on here. Now, it's not lost on me that I do a lot of emulation and I can just emulate everything. But sometimes it's nice to not do that. And since I'm starting a physical game collection, yeah, I don't know. Ugh, still waking up, everybody. Shit. All right, let's check out the console itself. Whoop, lower this. All right, so you get the, of course, you get the little sticker that says "Hold this for 2 seconds." Now, when I first plugged the VSR in, it did a setup mode, wanted to connect to my Wi-Fi at my house. I did that. It ran an update. It powered down, never came back on. I walked up, tried to power it on, and it wouldn't power on. It stayed off. And I kept trying, and it would not power on. And I waited after the update just in case it was going to kick back on itself. I waited for a while and never came back on. Power button quit working on me. I actually was like, wow, really? First update bricked it? And then I unplugged everything, walked away, came back later, plugged it back up, powered it on, it came on, and then it went into like a command prompt for a while, like it was trying to repair something. It took like 20 minutes, and then it finally came up with the normal menu where it was finishing the update. Or not finishing, but like the update had finished. So very, very weird initial, setup with this. I do like the little flap on it. It gives you, regular Nintendo vibe where you lift it up, stick it in, press it down. Too bad this doesn't press down right. Not even for actually to make the game work, but just for the hell of it, just for nostalgia's sake, that should press down. So the little flap does, these hinges do feel a little flimsy on it. So be careful with that. It sits like the old Nintendo too, where it still got some movement there. The USB ports seem fine. There's not much you can say to that. It's weighted a little awkward. It's a little heavier on one side than the other. So you can tell there's a lot in one area and less in some. But it doesn't feel as hollow as I thought it would. You get something like this, you're always expecting it to be a small board inside, maybe a little power setup, and then nothing else, and then the hollow plastic. But I'm really curious if they have like weights shoved in here, because it's heavier than I thought it would be. I mean, it's not super heavy, but it's heavier. So here's the power button, makes a nice little satisfying click. This bugs me though. This is the power cord they send you. Yep. Micro USB. Well, who the fuck is still using micro USB? Why? That bugs me. You guys know from my other videos that when I see this, automatically feel like whatever has this is cheap. I don't know why, but it reminds me of that. It's like, because the cheapest electronics nowadays that you buy always have micro USB. The more expensive shit, not even anything expensive, but regular shit, is USB-C. So why the fuck did you do that? Anyway, this unmarked button right here definitely feels like a reset. Okay? So if something happens, hit that reset. And then HDMI out. So real basic power, video, reset, power on, USB-C ports, and 2 card slots. I like the color scheme. I like how the console and the handheld match with this gray and blue. I like the LEDs. Overall, for just over $100 for a home console, and let you collect Evercade carts and all that to get into the Evercade game, if that's something you want to do. Yeah, I'm in. I really feel like they should bump up the controllers though. Now hear me out. And this is just because the console is meant for multiplayer family type of fun, right? The handheld obviously meant for a one person, single player. You buy the handheld, you can jump right in and play it by yourself. The console that's clearly meant for multiplayer should come with at least 2 controllers, so that way when you buy it, you can already get the multiplayer experience without having to go out and hunt down a second controller. They should include a second one. The idea behind it is multiplayer. Send 2. I'm not saying send 4. Everybody should be fine with buying an extra 2, but you should send 2 so that multiplayer experience can be, experienced. Anyway, so people can actually do that and maybe fall in love with this thing. You would eat a little more, of the cost, because you can't raise the price of this thing. You would eat a little more of that cost by adding a second controller, but you could stimulate sales because people are actually using the multiplayer function on this and their family's getting involved. They got, both parents and all the kids sitting there with a controller in hand doing some old school shit. Mom and dad, who currently are the exact age that grew up with Nintendos and Super Nintendos, will get that feeling that they had when they were a kid, looking at their kids. They're going to love it. They're going to go buy 2 more controllers. They're going to go buy a shitload of Evercade carts. It'll stimulate sales. I have to tell you, when I got this, that's my thought was, man, I want to get like my wife involved, I want to get my kids showing up. You did ship it with a cart with 3 single player games, which you're defeating your own purpose. But since it came with 1 controller, I found myself just, even though I love the thing, but kind of setting it off to the side, like, yeah, it'll just remain a single player console for me, rendering these useless because I already didn't get a chance to experience multiplayer with my family, initially. So I feel like that's a little missed opportunity for them. Like I said, they'll eat the cost right up front, but they'll see that stimulate sales on the back end of controllers and games. But that's just me. So my overall take on the VSR, though, absolutely get one. And if you are going to get it for multiplayer, go out. You're going to have to pick up some multiplayer games because they don't ship any with it. They ship Tomb Raider, which I'm not bitching, man. I like Tomb Raider, okay? But you're making this feel more single player like the fucking handheld when this should be a family console, okay? You should have done like anything else or included something else that was multiplayer. Anyway, if you're going to do it for that, order at least a second controller and order an extra cart. At least the carts aren't super expensive because it's only a game or two. I mean, some of them got 10, 15 Atari games, but them shits is small and cheap. So get you a cart that's going to be worth it for multiplayer, extra controllers. But it's worth it in the long run if you set that up. I think this wouldn't be bad sitting like under the TV ready to go. It might even draw attention to people that come over there and be like, what the hell is that thing? And you have to be like, oh, that's an Evercade VS-R, and then go and explaining it all. And, next time people come over, hide it because you're tired of fucking explaining what this is, and you realize that all your friends as an adult don't do the same shit you do, and they're boring ass people, and you don't want to deal with them anymore. So you get tired of them asking you questions and then judging you because you're, mid to late 30s and a gamer. And I'm kidding. Just kidding. Everybody I know grew up in the same era as me. We're all gamers, so doesn't matter. Actually, most people ask me for help with emulation, ask me for help with handhelds, computers, everything. I am the go-to for the whole family and group and everything. And it gets old when you're the tech guy. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. For some reason, this feels like a very weird Monday video. Don't know why. Maybe I'm just still tired from the weekend. Long weekend. A lot happened. This week, we have handhelds showing up, multiple handhelds showing up. We have possible videos like all week. I have a full schedule here. It's overflowing. I got shit that's gonna bleed into next week, guys. Okay, so we're good, and yes, we will discuss the prices of handhelds. If you're curious, you should know. Clearly you should know that these prices are going up. But look at websites like Go Game Geek. When a 35XX or a Cube or whatever, a Cube XX, sorry, all of them are hitting 100 plus. I mean, a fucking 353 PS is like $130 on there. You're fucking crazy. That shit is old. I mean, in handheld times, that's ancient handheld, and it's expensive as shit. Okay, and that's because these guys are all third-party drop shipper type of shit. So you order through them, you pay them an extra fee to pass your order along to the manufacturer, but you get better-ish customer support through them. So I guess that's where the cost. I don't know. I can't stand it in most cases, but that is what it is. But look at the cost on that. Honestly, with where prices are, and I'm going to talk about this later, but just in case you guys are in the market right now and you're going to buy before I cover this, do not go out to Mech DIY, Go Game Geek, Keep Retro. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with these sites. Please go look at them if you want. If that's the route you want to take, go ahead. However, now's the time to hit Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, and eBay. Check your area. You never know. I'm in Oklahoma, and I see random Anbernic devices show up near me for super cheap because people don't know what the fuck they are. So now's the time to be buying off of each other. Okay? If you've never picked up a 35XX and you want to, now's the time to go find somebody that has one and do some horse trading or buying off them. But at least here in the US, we need to be buying off of each other. Okay? That's where we should be heading right now. I know we're not going to necessarily be getting the newest and the latest and the greatest, but if you're not looking at the newest handheld out, and whatever you're looking at, it's been out for a while and people have bought them, that's where you're going to go. Like if you want a Miu Mini Plus or V4, Mercari is fucking overflowing with them. Every hour there's 3 or 4 more posted for 30 to sadly $200 because some people are just jackasses. But and make sure you're selecting US only, no international, and you'll see them show up for 30, 40, $50, whatever. You know, all varying colors, shapes, sizes, whatever. That's what you should be doing. Okay? So, you're in the market right now for something older, go there. All right? Do not play into this shit. Do not let them pass that cost on to you. These manufacturers should be getting warehouse space over here, and they need to eat a bulk fucking fee and just send a bunch of shit over and have a retailer here if they want to keep us as, you know, part of their marketing or whatever, you know what I mean. If they want to sell to the US, that's how they should probably be handling shit. I know it's most people are like, well, you know, you're fucking president, set this up, and I'm not getting into politics because I don't give a shit. Realistically, I don't care. I mean, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna figure out my way around it no matter what. So, not much shit like that gets me down. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stop going down that. We'll do that later this week. All right. So yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. New video. Hopefully I got some stuff showing up today. Well, there better be stuff showing up today that I've been waiting for that I could do a video on tomorrow. And I'm excited to do it. I can't wait to do it. So possibly get excited about tomorrow's video. It might be a complete fucking letdown to you, but I'm going to be excited to do it. All right, guys. It's a Retro Legion. I'll see you guys in the comments and in the next episode.